Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday. And it's true, the world is not lacking crazy events and crazy people, but the main focus is today, how do I make a complete rebirth of myself? And who am I? What is it that is really me that needs to make the rebirth? Because even though we know the body is the visible soul and the soul is the invisible body, we know the hand is mine, but the hand isn't me. We know that the personality can be mine at the present moment, but the personality isn't me. We know the thoughts can be mine, but the thoughts aren't me. So what is the me? What is the I that needs the total rebirth that I can overcome this world? Meaning I can have the perfect union between body and soul, being here, present now, understanding why I was born, without the interference of all the conditioning that things in the world which have tried to capture my ego, and my own doings that have strengthened my ego that don't let me be connected to the real me. So that is what a rebirth is how do I get myself back to that place of that infinite connection of the divine being within me, which is beyond description, beyond form, which is always free and is that pure, peaceful, loving, joyful state. If I am really present and in tune with that, awakened to witnessing that subjective, transcendental feeling, and not when I am caught focusing on objects that are temporal in this world. And that takes time. We know that the Easter holiday always comes together with the Passover. And when the Israelites were released from Egypt, 7 days after that, they were trapped at the Red Sea. And the question is, why would the divine, why would existence, why would that which was, which is, which will be, the indescribable force, which some people call consciousness, some people call God, some people call Jehovah, whatever you want to call that, why did it have the Israelites only a week after being freed from their hundreds of years of slavery have to again be caught on the river, having to cross the river, and the Egyptians are coming to get them again? Now this is all, it doesn't matter if it's true or not, if it happened or not, because as we know, history is just his story. It is never, it's very hard to know what happened yesterday, let alone 1,000 years, but always these things are applying to us. The Israelites is our true self in every being that's trying to connect to their divine, true path, and each one has their own unique path. And the Egyptians, just in the Holy Tongue, refers to our own restrictions that the world can never place on us. We only place it on ourselves. So what we need to focus on is, why did that happen just a week after they were released? And the reality is, once there was a holy sage that was praying for a really long time, meditating, asking for there be heal the sick, feed the poor, no more war, let me know why I was born, out in the fields. You can see here the beautiful spot I am today in the mountains of Israel. This is my contemplation spot for this Holy Sunday. And they said, you're wasting so much time. And he said, you know, every concentrated moment that we spend with our children when they're young, that saves days and weeks of having to help them fix whatever they need to fix. Hey, look at the friends we have here.
I heard I'm scared.
No, they're not going to do anything. Oh, they're so cute. Probably have a Bedouin friend here that has his sheep coming. Don't be scared, mommy. Eze madhi. Wow, it's so beautiful.
I can't believe it.
Isn't that great? What could we have ordered that would be better than that? Wow.
Like 1 minute away from me.
Don't worry, they're more scared of you. Hope you got to see the sheep. Wow. We have Bedouins here that raise the sheep and they just go from one place to the next. Wow. This is like, you know, way back when it would be like, you know, King David and Moses was shepherds and Jesus would be in the Galil with, this is just this. This is my daughter over here. She's filming it. Should have my Arab friend who should come over. Wow. Wow, look at this big one up top. Do you see this big one? Yeah. Because he has his thing right down there. He has a place down there where he keeps them. He's probably going to come at the end. He's very nice, so don't be nervous. You just say Salam Alaikum. So beautiful. I really love this. Such a beautiful land. It's just so heartbreaking that sometimes it has its challenges. But back to our story. So the sage was really, you know, spending a lot of time every morning praying. They asked him, you're wasting your time. He said, well, no, you know, when a child is young, the focused time that you spend with them saves you days and weeks of having to fix it later. He says, each one of us, when we wake up in the morning, we're like a child. We're a new soul. So every second that you spend connecting yourself with your true self, searching, doing that true inquiry, who am I? That deep search. This is the essence of having a rebirth. And so that is what the Israelites, as they were a new nation coming out of Egypt, 7 days later they find themselves with this challenge of being, again, what is it? It's only a metaphor. What they're really, it's their self-confidence. A lot of times we break through our addictions, we break out of certain patterns that we know are not good, and we know that we're only living here to break out of all patterns, all habits, all attachments, good and bad, to just be able to be free in the state of being. Tell me when my friend comes. I want to tell him Salam Alaikum.
They're so cute. Why are so many?
He's bringing the herd through. Hey, Salam Alaikum. מה נשמע? הכל טוב. איזה המדלה, איזה יופי. איזה יופי. Here's my Bedouin shepherd is up here. בוא להגיד שלום, אחי. בוא להגיד שלום. So all of us in the morning, speaking Hebrew, I know a little bit of Arabic, he knows a little bit of Hebrew, so we can communicate. And look at this, just so gorgeous. Esther, you don't want to pet them? כן, היא יכול לטטף אותם, אחי? אפשר לטטף? אפשר לטטף אותם? קשה, אה? הם יתנו לה לטטף או לא? אם היא באה לטטף אותם, הם יתנו לה? אה? תנסי, אסתר. לא לפחד. אתה בווידאו, תגיד שלום לעולם. יום טוב, אחי. So every morning when we're a new child, and before I leave the room, I like to take myself back to the womb, because every second we spend in the morning of reconnecting to our true selves, what we really want to do, that we want to bring here peace and harmony, that really God is me, the divine is me, that's my essence. And when I understand that the divine is what is my real thing, who I am, then I have to realize that every other thing, every other being, that's what their divine essence is. So I don't start going out with a sour face, making arguments with people, cutting people off on the highway, or arguing in line, or, if you go into the world with a smile and you're really there understanding that you are one with all of existence, that is your true rebirth. You know you have a true rebirth if you have no hatred in your heart. You know you have a true rebirth if you have true humility, to knowing that today I've just begun, I don't know anything, I really want to connect with the ultimate truth. And that we don't spend too much time on what was, what will be, that we just really focus on the moment of true living, true connecting, and then we start seeing the beauty wherever we go. A simple sunset, a simple tree, a simple bird, a simple human, and enjoying that. So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds just to see the beauty of the land and the peace, and blessing us all with personal redemption to be who we really are supposed to be, and to continually deepen that search for who am I. Every time a thought arises, ask who is thinking that thought. That places the ego under the magnifying glass, and it slowly will go back to its source, and we will no longer be with sadness. We will no longer have the anxiety. We will have full gratitude and trust in existence when we let go of our attachments. And those things can happen. Those things are an instant. You can have an instant taste, but there are no quick fixes. We need to do it every day. As new children, every day, giving ourselves new education, connecting to ourselves, and feeling reborn every moment, connecting again to, am I awakened to connecting to am I a witness? Am I aware of what's really going on here? And am I not swept away by the ego, who's trying to get me attached to false temporal things? And that's why 1 second I can be happy when I get that object that I thought's going to bring me happiness, but then it just brings more sadness. It's the most we can do in this world is stay in that present place of just of just letting it come, let the world flow, to us. We will know what good deeds to do every time in the deepest place of prayer meditation. It comes to me what needs to be done today, what is within my grasp, and then you don't go after things that are above you nor below you. You know, you pull the bullseye exactly. What can I really do? What do I really need to do? Starting with my inner circle of where my rebirth needs to happen with my spouse. I can always be reborn again. This relationship with my children, with my parents, with my brothers and sisters, my cousins, my uncles, my co-workers, my neighbors, those where you have to start. And that only starts when you start with yourself, going back to a deeper connection of who you really are. That brings the true joy.